Welcome back to PA Timber Ghost. My video today will be about cold weather clothing. Today I'll go over all the clothing I use. Some things have changed. The clothing technology has changed over the years. Some clothing is much warmer. Very inexpensive, but very vital. I use these all the time. My uncle no longer hunts, but every time I would hunt with him, he would pull out about $15 worth of body warmers, pocket warmers, and it would take him about 45 minutes to stick them all over him. When you get older, you can't stay warm like you used to when you're young. So we add more clothing and other things. I know there's a lot of electric vests now. You can hit the button and you'll have a vest that has wires running through it with a battery pack that can heat your vest up. You have insoles that you can put in your boots. I guess they work off of Bluetooth or like a Wi-Fi signal. They can heat your feet up. These last 10 hours. They're a whole lot cheaper than the boot inserts, which are over $100. And the electric vest that I've seen a few people wear, they're kind of expensive too. These are much cheaper. So this is what I use in cold weather. Cold weather is difficult to hunt in. Once it gets below 10 degrees, I no longer go out. It's just too cold for me. That's my threshold, is 10 degrees. But when there's snow in the ground, in order for the deer to survive and stay warm, they have to eat, which means they have to move. So it's easier to hunt deer in the snow because you can follow the tracks. You can actually see where they're feeding. So you can either sit on the trails or you can sit in the areas that they're feeding in. Okay. There's my 10-hour hand warmers. I usually buy 2 big packs of them every year. These are a couple pairs of the boots that I have. This is a pack boot. This actually came from Cabela's. And this is another item that is no longer made. Pack boots can be very hard to find. You can find some at the Sportsman's Guide. Some of my clothing comes from there when Cabela's or Bass Pro no longer carries it. A lot of people are going to rubber boots. This is 1,200 grams of Thinsulate in it. I usually don't go to the 2,000 or more because they get very heavy and hard to walk in. I like to walk a lot. This is a Rocky. This is 1,000 gram. I wear these when it's very cold outside. These are very warm and light. I'll show you all the stuff that I put on. Start with my pocket warmers here, and we'll go from the bottom up. Pocket warmers generally are what I found on the internet are basically they're made out of sawdust and iron, and when you do this it creates a chemical reaction between the iron and the sawdust. I'm sure there's some other things in there, but generally that's what they are. They're not toxic to the environment. Okay, so these are going to go on my toes. This will go on the bottom end. Then I'm going to put my pack boots on. And my outer clothing is Arctic Shield. This is Canadian technology. Canadians are used to living in the cold. It's a way of life, hunting in the cold. So Arctic Shield has been out for quite a while. Basically Arctic Shield, you can get all different kinds of clothing from Arctic Shield. I have the pants, the jacket, I have a hat. Arctic Shield has a thin membrane in it which reflects your body heat back into your core so it can't escape. Extremely warm. I haven't found anything that can keep your body heat in that much. The coat is actually very warm. A lot of times when I have the coat on I have to take it off. Even though it's 10 or 15 degrees and I'm walking, it will make me sweat. Okay. Put our stuff aside here. The floor is kind of wet from the snow, so I don't want wet socks. Socks are very important also. You can get lightweight, midweight, or heavyweight socks. Most of my socks come from Bass Pro. Excuse me, they're merino wool and spandex, and I always shoot for a midweight. The lightweight ones are too light. The heavyweight ones are too heavy because they make my feet sweat. So I always shoot for a midweight sock. If your feet are warm and they're sweating, you're still going to get cold. So you want to kind of be in the middle there. Okay, so I'm going to put these on the bottom. Most people don't tape these to your toes, but I found out that if I use electrical tape, tape this to my foot, my feet stay extremely warm. Okay, now you're looking at my feet. You can see my sock. These also say Cabela's on them, and I've had these for a long time. Put a lot of miles on these. I wear this sock when I'm fishing, hiking, anything I do outside. Even though it's a midweight and it's 80 or 90 degrees outside, a wool sock will always wick moisture very well. Even if you get it wet, you can wring it out and hang it up. In a few hours, it'll be dry. Wool will actually keep you warm even when it's wet. Other socks cannot do that. So here's my pocket warmer. Here's my roll of PVC electrical tape. If you look at your foot, here's my toes. Here's the ball of my foot. I'm going to wrap electrical tape around here, where the big part of it is. And then this will actually sit on top of my toes, so this will keep my toes nice and warm. I've done this for years. It's a very inexpensive way to keep your feet warm. The battery socks, they just didn't work for me. You don't want to put this tape too tight because it'll cut the circulation off. So basically you're going to shake this and get this mixed up real well. You put a wrap around your sock. And then the second time around, you make sure all the product in here is at the bottom and not under your tape. And you're going to wrap this around the ball of your foot, right where your toes are. Very simple method. Very inexpensive toe warmer. Here's the other foot. Here's the big part of my foot right here. I'm going to go around one time, do it overlaps, then we're going to take the other hand warmer. You don't have to make this real tight. If it's too tight, you'll know as soon as you put your boots on. Your foot will be very uncomfortable. Here's my Arctic Shield pants. These have a nice zipper on the side, so you can zipper it up. They go on fairly easily. If you have boots on, you can slide this right over your boot. These pants are extremely warm. I used these in rifle season this year, and a few times they were too hot. I was sweating so bad I had to unzipper them to let the heat out. Pull your pant leg all the way up. One annoying thing is when you're putting your boots on, your pant legs right all the way up. It's very irritating. So here's an easy way to fix that. There's my tape. Take your tape, take the bottom of your pant leg, make a wrap around there. This will actually keep your heat up against your body more. That way the heat can't escape through the bottom of your pant leg. I do this in wintertime because I want to trap my body heat as much as I can. Here's my hand warmer. Here's my boot. Slides in there perfect. Here's my other pant leg. I'm going to tape this shut to keep my body heat in. Just one wrap. You don't have to put a lot on there. And another thing about hunting pants. You notice a lot of my videos, my pants are always green. They are fire hose pants from Duluth, Minnesota. They're kind of expensive. They're about $60 a pair. They're pretty much bomb proof. I have 5 pairs of them and they're all green. Stickers can't go through them. You can't really rip them. And even though they get wet, they dry extremely fast. So I always have these green fire hose pants on. I love them. First pair I bought, I didn't want to spend that much money, but then I realized how comfortable they are, and they are actually very warm. You never see me wear jeans hunting. So I always have green fire hose pants when I'm hunting or fishing all the time. Okay, put this on nice and easy. Okay, I can feel the pocket warmers heating up already. My toes are already warm. Now I'll lace my boots up. Just zip our pant legs down. got snaps on here, so that makes it nice too. Arctic Shield clothing is definitely worth the money. They also make bibs. Okay, there's my Arctic Shield on the bottom. My hand warmers taped around my toes. See, the bottom half is nice and warm already. Top half is chilly. It's still cold in here. Under Armour. Under Armour makes 3 weights of base layers. They make a lightweight, midweight, heavyweight. I have a few lightweight ones. I usually wear them when it's around 30 degrees. If it's below 30 degrees today, I believe it's about 25 degrees outside. So I have a midweight one on. They're very warm. I do wear Under Armour, the bottom half and the top half. The Under Armour long johns are like a tight. They're very compressed. It's a compressed fit. They're extremely warm, and in wintertime I wouldn't go without them. So on the bottom I always have 3 layers. I have an Under Armour base layer on the bottom, and then I have my fire hose pants on the top, and then my Arctic Shield on the top. So I have 3 layers on the bottom, and depending upon how cold it is outside, they may have 3 or 4 layers on the top. Pack of hand warmers number 2 will go in my back pockets, and the reason for that is the main arteries coming through your legs go up through your hips, and they go up to your heart. So if you put these in your back pockets where you sit down, it's actually on top of the artery that goes through your hips where your blood flow is. So this will also help keep your core warm and your lower parts of your body warm. It will actually keep the blood supply warm because it's going right through it. So this is where my second pack of hand warmers go. Third pack of hand warmers will actually go inside of my vest or jacket on the inside, and this will actually keep my core warm. So I have 2 on my feet, 2 in my back pockets, and 2 on my chest. Okay, so that's where my 6 hand warmers go. This is my second layer, and you can see it has a very high collar. You want a collar to come all the way up to keep you warm. And the second pack will actually go inside of my pockets here, which are very deep, and this will keep my core warm. I always have a neck gaiter, even though this collar comes up all the way. So right now is when you want to put the neck gaiter on. This will keep you from losing body heat around your neck. Pull this down. Okay, that'll trap the heat from going down around your collar. My glasses back on so I can see. Layer number 2, your cell phone will die in the cold. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So you can put your phone where one of these hand warmer packs are. It'll actually go all the way down and your screen will go black. This is been looking at this. I'm not sure how long this has been out. See this in a lot of my videos. This is a Drake non-typical. This is a scent killer clothing. Been very happy with it. It's very lightweight and it's extremely warm. This is the base layer. It has a, if you can see that, active scent killer control. It's actually in the fabric. It's not a coating. I believe it's woven into the jacket. So this is another layer on top of my vest. So how cold it is outside, this would be my 3rd layer. You can also see that this has a very high collar. Now I know I have camo on. Generally I don't wear orange jackets. I usually have a very thin, small game vest I put over top. So I have my orange, and depending upon where I'm hunting, I'll have an orange hat or a camo hat. It's layer number 3. Even though it's very cold in here, I'm very warm now. All these layers are trapping my body heat. Here's my Arctic Shield. This is my outer coat. Okay, it has a nice camo pattern. This is a little heavy. It has a zip off and on hood. If it's snowing or sleeting, I will pull the hood all the way up. It's brown inside. It's quilted. This is extremely warm. This is layer number 4. This many clothes on, I'm good all the way down to about 10 degrees. Anything that'll get cold now will be my feet. I believe Arctic Shield makes a boot cover that you can put over top of your pack boots. I've tried to get them the past couple of years, but they always seem to be sold out. I do want to add a pair of them to my arsenal for the late season hunt. I have 4 layers on. Now we'll take this beanie off. My Arctic Shield hat. Had this for a while. As you see the emblem on there. Even though it's very thin, it has the reflective shield in it. It sounds kind of crunchy when you go like this. You can hear the membrane in it. And one of my hunting partners talked me into wearing 2 hats. That was the best decision, the best thing I was ever told. It works extremely well. As you can see, I don't have a lot of hair anymore. It has ear flaps that come down. Now, depending upon where I'm hunting, my second hat will be fleece. These are just Carhartts. They're not even insulated. So I can wear camo, or I could wear orange, depending upon where I'm hunting. I will put my second hat on. Very warm. Put the ear flaps up so you can hear a little better. So I have 3 layers on the bottom, 4 layers on the top. And then I have some gloves here. These are fleece gloves, Thinsulate. My wife kind of modified these for a bit. I cut the thumb and my trigger finger out on both sides so I can shoot my crossbow or rifle. I usually wear these down to about 20 degrees. Most of the time when I'm sitting there, my hands are in my pockets, and I have the pocket warmers right next to my hands so my fingers stay nimble. So you can wear this type of glove. Insulated mittens also work very well. And then I have a gauntlet glove. You see the Cabela's camo pattern there. These are fairly warm, but they're not as warm as I wish they were. So sometimes when it's cold, I'll actually wear a liner glove and I'll wear this on top. That's my entire arsenal of camo clothes. I am ready to hunt, except it's not hunting season. I have to wait till December 26th. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching PA Timber Ghost.